Reading must be purposeful. The difference between students getting it and sort of getting it is the difference between instructors assuming that students know how to be literate and actually, deliberately, explicitly telling students and modeling for them how to be literate, how literate people approach print, process print, and respond to print. Direct instruction with deliberate attention to metacognitive strategies, consistency, and repetition make the difference in our students' literacy growth. Never so much does deliberate action matter as when we're setting a purpose for reading. Our brains are the smartest of all computers. Our brains are smart enough to know where capacity is. We don't retain everything. We send little instant signals to our brains about what's really important, what we need to keep, information that keeps us alive, information that keeps us safe, information that keeps us provided with all the essentials of food and water and shelter and clothing and people that we care about and that care about us. But the brain doesn't retain everything. It's waiting for those signals. One of the best signals that we can send our brains when we're learning something new and we're taking in information is that there is a specific purpose for which we're reading something, for which we're viewing something, for which we're listening to something. There's something that we need from that. Students don't know that intuitively. You are the person that needs to lead them to what the purpose is. This is the same is true if you're setting a reading assignment for an entire chapter as it is for reading a paragraph. It sounds like this. Folks, I want you to read this paragraph. And as you read it, you're going to find out why so-and-so did such and such. At the end of the paragraph, I want you to look up at me. After students have had a reasonable amount of time to read that paragraph, ask students, who knows why so-and-so? Hands are raised. Call on one of those hands and say, can you read me the sentence that tells me why such and such? That's an example of guided reading. Guided reading is very purposeful. Now imagine when this happens 10 to 12 times within your class, and 10 to 15 times within the next class, and the next class, and the next class, and it happens every Monday, and it happens every Tuesday, and it happens every Wednesday, and then it happens every August, every September, every July, every month around the calendar, that all of reading is purposeful. What happens is that the brain begins to narrow down what it sees, and through these habits and through this repetition, it's now a much better selector of what's important. And that's purposeful reading.